What's up, graphic designers? Happy Thursday. In Monday's class, we learned about the clone stamp tool, and Tuesday, we learned about content aware fill. And Wednesday, you guys were imagining the possibilities where you're going to be superimposing yourself, engaging with like characters, celebrities, athletes, in a fun and cohesive way. So that's what we did this week. Today, I'm gonna give you a little bit of feedback, and here, for example, is what Gabby produced. So this is the image that she's going to be starting with. This is her inspiration. It's a Zion Williamson dunk when he was at Duke, and she got rid of him. A little bit of feedback. So here's what I know. When I zoom in just a tad, let me know if you guys see this. And so I'm going to hide what she did, and I can see that it looks like right here she applied the content aware fill in a way that was not necessary, right? So I'm going to hide that, and it looks like that looks a little bit more realistic. I'm going to drop down the hardness. Yikes, and we did a little too far, right? We got his shorts. So maybe something that looks a little bit like that. And likewise on the other side. Okay, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to grab these guys as well. So this looks a little bit more realistic. Now, next, what does she need to do? When I'm using my eyeballs and I look at the top of the tab, it says it's at 100% resolution. Not super high res. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Command A, Command Shift C, and then I'm going to go to the blank that I provided for you, Command V, and I'm going to press Command T. And what we want to do is we want to scale it up just because we want to operate with a high res image. Everything here on out will have a higher quality when we're adding images and text and so on. All right, so what do I know? I don't have any images of Gabby. Actually, I do. I have some images of her from freshman year, but I don't have permission from her to share them with the class. But what I do have is this image of Bailey, and I was going through them, our little photo album. The only one that seemed mildly realistic in terms of how we could, create a little pose. Pretending that she's sort of soaring through the air. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna share something with you as well. So I just got an idea. I love Photoshop, always brainstorming. I'm gonna use the the object selection tool. This is great. I'm gonna press Command C, Command V, and you know what? This is a great example. We don't want to be on this layer on that document. Instead, we want to be over here, where we can see that. Because it's a higher res image, we can fit a little bit more of her on the canvas. This looks great. And you know what, guys? There's something called the Puppet Warp tool. Here we go. So if you click on Edit, it's been a while since I've done this, so forgive me if this doesn't go amazing. Oh, and it does. So I'm going to zoom in. And you used to be able to add joints. Let's see if that works. I'm going to click once. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to click once. I'm going to click again. And I'm going to click and drag. And so now we're orbiting around her elbow. Okay, can I add a new pin? Got it. All right, I'm going to add a pin and a pin. And now, there we go. And so would you look at that? We can sort of like manipulate her pose. And my apologies. I'm learning as we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel. I'm going to do this one last time. Thanks so much for learning with me. I'm going to click Edit. I'm going to click Puppet Warp. And what we need to do is add a few pins. There we go. Okay, so you'll notice that I'm adding it like on her torso, on her knees, on these various joints. And now when we click and drag, there we go. So we're going to have, that looks a little bit more realistic. Maybe she's like this. And we got to get her knees. There she is. She's flying through the air. There we go. And that's the dunk that we wanted. I'm going to return to this image right here. Again, I'm going to use the object selection. We're going to make a selection, Command C. We're going to return here, Command V, Command T. We're going to drop it down. And look at Bailey soaring for that tomahawk dunk. That is amazing. Well done. And so what are we going to do? You're simply going to save this as a JPEG, absolutely, but we also want to include the lab school logo. There's a few ways we can go about doing this. The first thing that I'm going to do is right-click, object selection. I'm going to select the magic wand. I'm going to uncheck contiguous because if contiguous is checked, for example, and I click the white of the Y, only the Y is selected. However, if I uncheck contiguous and I click the white of the Y, all the white is selected, but instead I don't want to do that, because if I did that and I press Command C and then Command V, you'll notice that everything is included except for the star. I want to include that star. So instead of clicking the white, I'm going to click the green. And so we've got both the green on the inside and the outside of that border. We're going to press Command Shift I to invert the selection, Command C, Command V. Wow, this looks incredible. Command T. I'm going to drop this down. Where does this belong? This belongs, I'm thinking right here. You guys are going to come up with a fun and witty slogan. We're going to do a little bit of marketing for lab school. The New York City Lab School is a slam dunk, you know, something like that. All right, so thank you so much, Gabby, for submitting your work. Nicole's got a great start. She's going to be snapping her photos tomorrow. Well done, Bailey. I like this. Nice job, Nolan. That's a great start. Gabby, we saw yours already. But the other one I wanted to share with you guys is Lola's. Lola, I like this image. I think it's going to be really difficult to take Uma out of here. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. And so what did I do? I hopped on Google. I typed in General Assembly discussion, and I found this particular image. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to learn something right now. If you like this image, right, we're going to right-click, and we're going to click Save As. The format are only web pages. We don't want that. So instead, I'm going to click one more time, and instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Command-Control-Shift-4. I'm going to go to the upper left hand corner. I'm going to click and drag, and so it's just making a screenshot, a copy of the screenshot itself. I'm going to click File New, enter Command V. There you go. And so I know what you're thinking, Dros. Look at all these watermarks, Alamy. What do we do? How do we get rid of them for the sake of this exercise? Well, we're not going to be profiting off of your work today, not yet. One day, certainly. And so what we can do is we can make a selection. Right click, we know we can go to Fill, Content Aware, and Watermarks Be Gone. Would you look at that? This is another very interesting application of the Content Aware Fill function. That's awesome. So we can sort of streamline that. And so what I would do, if I were you, Lola, and everybody else, maybe get rid of Modi. This is the president of India. And maybe Lola is giving a speech to not just like delegates and representatives, but maybe we can pop in a few labbies right here. I don't know if Ansu's in school today, but maybe Aiden is, and maybe Jordan would sit right here, maybe Dexter and Andrew in the back, right? Hey, I'm super curious. You guys are doing such amazing work. I can't wait to see what you guys are able to produce. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.